What caused the coronavirus pandemic? Earth's energy comes from two sources. Internal sources of energy means it comes from within the Earth, and external sources of energy means it comes from the universe, the sun, and other objects in space. The external excessive fast-moving energy which moves towards the Earth has led to the abnormal energy stagnant in some areas, and in turn unbalanced the ecology system. This phenomenon has created many new kinds of viruses, including the coronavirus. The unusual addition of excessive energy on the Earth is mostly from the visits of the objects from space and outer space from August 2019, especially from the interstellar Borisov comet, the Atlas comet, which is half the size of the Sun, and the Swan comet. The local concentration of massive energy in some areas on Earth has also stimulated human behavior and our decisions. For example, the price increase of gold, the US stock market setting a record high, and China hunger for scientific and technological advancement. The areas on Earth which are developed and have a large landmass, high elevation, less wind, and a high population density would quickly capture energy from the outside. And upon capturing this external energy, if these areas could not effectively release the energy stagnation, they would produce more new viruses. In addition, high air pollution, a dry climate, and areas surrounded by mountains would also provide the perfect condition for the pandemic to spread. There are different strands of coronavirus depending on the environmental conditions that they are born from. The development of the virus in humans also applies to other species. The virus not only develops in humans, but also in animals, and they will adapt differently in different species depending on their own physical condition. So which countries will be less affected by coronavirus? Areas that have narrow landmass shapes, low elevation, plenty of wind, will capture less external energy, thus develop fewer viruses. In addition, water can efficiently harmonize with the excessive energy, so countries with a tropical climate, humidity, and a high level of rainfall will also limit the spread of the virus and its damage. When will the pandemic end? The pandemic will decrease when the negative excessive energy of the Earth slows down. So let's have a look at the timeline of the external energy towards the Earth. Comet Borisov is the first observed interstellar comet and was discovered on the 30th of August 2019. Upon penetrating the solar system, it made the effect on the whole system and the virus was created on Earth. As the comet made its final approach to Earth in late December 2019, it released a massive amount of energy towards the Earth. This was at the same time of when the outbreak occurred in Wuhan. Another comet named Atlas was discovered on December 28, 2019. Its atmosphere had ballooned to a staggering 720,000 kilometers wide, about half as wide as the Sun. This, as well as the Borisov and the Atlas comet, added up even more excessive energy to the Earth. Therefore, the outbreak continued to grow. The Borisov released its energy twice between the 5th and the 9th of March before moving away from the Earth. The outburst created a massive energy release on the Earth, resulting in the outbreak to spread rapidly across the US and Europe. The Atlas was partly fragmented on the 12th of April and was forecasted to reach its nearest point to Earth on May the 23rd. But then, the Swan comet appeared on April 11th and will come closest to the Earth on May the 13th. So the energy crammed even more towards the Earth despite of the fragmentation of Atlas. As all the comets pass, the negative energy in the Earth will reach to the peak and then decline. Therefore, the outbreak will reach a peak and then slow down from the end of May. There will also be the eclipse on the 21st of June to make a sudden block of the energy from the Sun to help the Earth stabilize. The pandemic will fade significantly around the world and the treatment method for the virus will also be specified. Having discussed the causes of the pandemic and its future, what solutions are there for businesses to survive through it? Number 1. harmonize with excessive fast-moving energy. Water is the origin of life. The existence of water also shows the harmony of energy. Therefore, you can put a fountain or a fish tank in the office to reduce the negative effect of energy. Number 2. Reduce size and restructure to a lean operation. The bigger the size of a substance, the more damage is caused by excessive fast-moving energy. Big, tall trees are more likely to be uprooted during a storm rather than grass. So try to reduce your business size to a lean operation and replace any inefficiencies. Also, this is the perfect time to hire good employees at a reasonable cost. Number 3. Supply vitalized energy. A fast way to supply good energy is by pumping money into it. However, not everyone can do that during this time, so here is the key thing we must do. Find space, space, and space. Find as many spaces as possible in your office and house, especially at the entrance of the front door. Utilize new space by restructuring HR documents and rearranging the layout of your office. But why space? Because clean space is where the vitalized energy gathers, and this energy will bring in potential money. The other way to supply energy is by boosting knowledge. The energy gathered in the space in front of the office brings in money as well as knowledge. Therefore, try to light up this area all night. Then your knowledge will be boosted and you will make better decisions. Number 4. Ask for external help. Place plants at the front door. This is a very good way to attract helpers. If the plants can't be placed in the soil, this is okay. Just use nice pottery. Number 5. Unblock stagnancy. The stagnant and obstructed architecture will not let energy flow smoothly. Nowadays, most office buildings are made from glass with air-conditioned closed spaces and unprofessional ventilation systems. The more energy flow there is in the building, the bigger the stagnancy is caused with such architecture. The solution is to use a fresh air ventilation system with open windows. If there are no open windows, you must install a high-performance ventilation system and turn it on all day, even after business hours. To give a brief conclusion about the coronavirus pandemic, you shouldn't let this crisis go to waste. Every story has two sides. The outbreak has caused a big crisis, but also given opportunities. If you apply the right method, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be pioneers, and you will be ready to change our lives and change others.